Hey, I'm Darcy. Just thought I would talk about things happening today, over the weekend, that kind of stuff. So, I live in Roseau, Minnesota now because I work at Wild 102, and I'm from southern Minnesota. I travel back and forth quite a bit, at least twice a month, and I see a lot of wildlife on my drives. Last night was no exception. I saw 9 deer, a skunk, a cat, and 3 mystery animals. 2 were mystery animals because I could see them scurry across the road in front of me, but they were too far away that I couldn't make out what kind of animal they were before they disappeared into the darkness. But the 3rd mystery animal I saw, this is gonna sound crazy, I actually got a really good look at it because it was running the same direction I was traveling, so I could see it quite clearly as I passed it. It had the tail of a fox, but a thicker, fluffier body type, and then really long pointy ears like a rabbit or a fennec fox. Definitely not a fennec fox because those only live in the north half of Africa. I'm assuming it was a coyote with abnormally large, long ears, but it looked like Eevee, the Pokemon. That was my thought as I drove by. I was like, what the? Pokemon aren't real. So that was crazy. Today is International Talk Like a Pirate Day, and being that I'm a radio host and I do weather updates every 20 minutes, my fiance thought it would be hilarious if I did one of them in a pirate voice. I didn't because I thought that would be too weird, but I'll do one for you just in private. So let's take a look at our weather here. All right. We have crazy wind in Roseau today, so here it goes. Arg me mateys, here be your weather update. Humidity be at 46%, wind be blowing something a fierce at 40 miles per hour. Currently it be fair and breezy, 70 degrees Fahrenheit, 21 degrees Celsius. That be your weather update on Wild 102. Alright, I kind of sound like a Scottish pirate, not sure what that was all about, but that's the best I can do there. Let's see what else we got going on in the world. Today, in my hometown, Farmington, Minnesota, there was a lockdown at 4 of the public schools. This is what happened. So, somebody called in saying someone has a rifle, they're shooting off rounds. So the police called 4 of the local schools in the area, had them shut down on a lockdown. But what actually happened, false alarm, there was no intent, nobody was arrested, nothing like that. It was a man in his 60s, was fed up with the squirrels in his yard, so he took out his pellet gun and was shooting squirrels. A little bit different than, you know, I guess a terrorist or something. So I'm glad that everyone in Farmington is safe. Let's see. We had 2 other interesting crimes we could talk about today. In Philadelphia, police are calling, there's at least 2 criminals here. They're calling them the binary bandits. If you don't know what binary code is, it's when you can type and talk with just 1s and 0s. Kind of interesting. I wish that I knew how to speak binary, but I don't. So there's at least a woman and a man who are the culprits in Philadelphia. They're stealing the 1s and the 0s for people's addresses off of their houses. Kind of weird. And if you get caught and go to jail, kind of a lame thing to go to prison for. A 4th grader wanted to raise money for Alzheimer's, so she set up a lemonade stand, and some jerk guy came up to her, handed her a note saying he was deaf, and he had a $50 bill he wanted broken down into smaller bills, so being the sweet little 4th grader, she did that for him. Turns out the $50 bill he gave her was fake. That's all I have to say for today. If you enjoyed that, feel free to like and subscribe for more fun stuff with me. D is for Darcy, out. Would have been cooler if that was a microphone.